Spiritual Psychics TV is hosting the first annual recognition of achievements this December, acknowledging those who dedicate their lives to a spiritual act of kindness. Spiritual Psychics TV, bringing spiritual people together.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and not just good night just yet. Okay, so I'm Kirsty, and normally we're Kirsty and Matt, but Matt's gone on a little jolly at the minute, so it's just little old me to entertain you today. So please, guys, I need your help out there to have a little, come and have a little chat with me, and you can have a reading. So basically, how it works tonight is you either ask a spiritual question, and I'll do my best to answer it, or you can answer and then answer our question, which is, how much would you pay to have a private reading or watch a live demonstration in person? A little bit controversial out there tonight, but hey, give us your thoughts. That'd be lovely, because if you do either of those two, then you get yourself a reading depending on your answer. So that's really good. Oh, by the way, do remember, guys, this is, you know, a public venue, so everybody will see your comments. So make sure that you keep it a bit personal and save yourself or the grief of having written something you really should have perhaps kept quiet. It's about protecting yourself and looking after yourself as well. Okay, so have we got any hellos, Mr. Producer? Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Hello, Lauren. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's just me and Richard tonight. And Stace, it's just me and Richard. So good evening to you and good evening to everybody. Good evening to Millie. Hi, Hesbel. Hope you're well, my lovey. Hi, Kaylee. Nice to see you. Kimbo, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Oh, lovely Holly. Hello, my darling. How are you? Hi, Nia. Nice to see you. Welcome back, everybody. Helen Louise Cole, good evening from Spain. Oh, I hope it's lovely and warm out there for you. Yeah, certainly warm here. Good evening to you, Rebecca Jane. Hi, Deb Adams. Nice to see you. Sorry, I put my teeth in there a little bit. Hello, Carolyn. Oh, nice to see you, darling. Lots of lovely people coming on tonight. Olivia Louise Thumwood. Good evening to you, my darling. I hope you're well too. Hi, Jade. Nice to see you. Hi, Matty Teller. Hi, Samantha de Hoyos. Hi, Marlene. Nice to see you. Thank you all so much for joining me. Sorry, Mr. P, was you going to say something then? Okay, hi, Kathy. Nice to see you. Kathy Garcia. Lovely to see you. Ah, Sharon Jute, good evening from South Africa. Good evening to you, my lovey, from goody bonny old Blighty. Good evening, Kaylee Daggett. Nice to see you. Hi, Martina McNulty. Please forgive me. First time greetings from Ireland. Oh, lovely, lovely country. Nice to see you. Hi, Louisa L, 1980. Lovely to see you. Oh, the earpiece is popping out there. So thank you all so much for joining us. Benny Ty, nice to see you've changed a photograph. Nice to see you. So many lovely people coming up. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Or yeah, me and Richard. Cheryl Johnson. Nice to see you, lovey. Cool, you look like somebody I know. They all say we have a doppelganger, don't we? Yeah, very interesting. You look like my cousin's wife. Nikki Booth. It's Kirsty. Nice to see you, my lovely Kirsty. Are they? Ely, I'm good, thank you, my darling. I'm good. I hope you're well too. Heidi Spicer. I wouldn't go to a big show. I prefer small and personal. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes the big shows with the big people are good. Nicola McCafferty. Good evening from Dundee, Scotland. Lovely. Yeah, lovely. Okay, Laurie Bailey, hi from Wales. Lovely, lovely country as well. Hello from New Zealand to Janine. Thank you, Janine. Lovely for popping on. Good evening to you, Simon Butte. First time watching, Nicola. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you all you lovely newbies for popping on. It's a real pleasure to have you with us. We're quite a little community here, and I hope you all guys join in. It'd be really nice. CFC, and you said KFC, CFC Keith. I don't even like KFC, I'm a vegetarian. A live show, maybe about £40. That is quite a lot. Fair amount. See, I'm tight, you see, I wouldn't pay that much. £35 for a reading. LJ Blue Eyes, yeah, okay, fair enough. Helen Louise Cole, probably £40 to £50 for a read. Do you know what? I'm in the right. I can't believe it. I am so cheap. Oh my goodness me, Jenny Bennett. I'd pay £80 for a one-to-one reading. Would you? Wow. I wouldn't. I'm too tight. 50 to £60 for a private reading. Nina, okay, it's interesting. Yeah, £25 for 30 minutes, Louisa L. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. I'd say £10, Kirsty, but it depends on what I could afford. Absolutely, my darling. It's all about that, isn't it? It is about not being silly with your money. £10 a show. Okay, Kimbo. Yeah. Yes, and if you're a VIP, you get a one-to-one £5 off. Did you say of a one-to-one reading with any one of our hosts? So yeah, £5 off. Bargain. Claire Colbeck. I would pay about £25 for a private reading. Okay, it's interesting. Sue Boileau, please forgive me if I said that wrong. At our church, they charge £10 for 15 minutes. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I say that's quite cool. Sally Ann, I've never actually paid £40. I've only ever paid £25. Aha. Sally Ann, I would say you're very probably not alone. What would be the maximum? Okay. Mr. P said £25 for him. 20 to 25 for a group reading and maybe 40 for a private, says Natalie Bentley. Interesting. Okay, Martina McCulty. Now, my darling, this how this works is it's actually quite easy. All you have to do is answer the question that we've set already, or you ask a question of your own. And if you get chosen, or your answer gets chosen, then you get a reading. It's as simple as that. We like to keep you working, keep you on your toes. We like to get you to join in the conversations because well, that's what we like. We love it here. The community that's built up. Lots of these lovely ladies and gentlemen, both on Facebook and on YouTube, have built up wonderful friendships because of SPTV. Not just this show, lots of other shows, so it's lovely for you to join us. Maggie Atkinson, I've heard of over $600 for an hour. Oh my goodness me. Oh my god, they need it gold plated and beyond for me. That is wow. Joanne Lewis, I'd pay 35 to 40 depending on what I was getting. That's right. It is pretty relevant, isn't it? It's what's that word? It depends where you are, where you live. I'd pay 40 to 55 pounds for a one-to-one. Okay, Ely. Nice. Lots of people, if you're in really quite an Afro. Hello, Polly. How are you, my darling? I hear you've been keeping Richard chatting this afternoon. Having fun with him this afternoon. Good for you. Michelle. Hey, I think Rich is laughing here. Did I just say something wrong? Oh, well, okay. Okay. Richard, I didn't mean that. Polly, please behave yourself there with Richard. Michelle Hayward, hiya to you too. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Lisa Wilkinson, you'd pay £25 to 30 for a one-to-one. Interesting. I suppose also, do you think it depends on who it is? Hello, Sue Chadwick. Nice to see you. Do you think it depends who it is? I mean, some of the celebrity mediums charge an absolute fortune. Do you think they're worth it? Margaret Hughes, you pay 25 to 30 pounds. That seems to be pretty sort of standard at the minute, doesn't it? The most I've paid for an hour is £35. That's interesting, Andy. Okay. Rebecca Jane, I've always paid 30 to 50 pounds. So what about the other part of this question? What about the other part of the question? Where, how much would you pay to get into a venue? How much would it cost? Does it depend on who it is? Whether it's a celebrity? Do you think you would pay more for a celebrity? Would you be happy to pay more for a celebrity? Or do you think some of these church mediums and some of the local mediums are just as good? So, Millie B, I would pay as much as I can afford for a private life. I would pay more if I was freshly grieving, as I think we all need this in the early days. It means so much. Do you know what, Millie? I agree with that. Mr. P, can I do this a card for this? Millie B, you've come forward with a question as well. Right, do you believe in our birth charts already have our life path mapped out for us from the moment we are born? Does this come into spiritualism? As far as I'm aware, it depends. For me, on a personal level, I do believe that, very, very much so. I'm not sure about spiritualism, if I'm honest. It depends who you talk to within the spiritualist world. Some of the larger organisations all have conflicting views about all sorts of different things. So it depends whether you're talking about, spiritualism or Christian spiritualism, or there's quite a few little sort of. For me personally, I want to say, yes, I totally believe that we have free will. But there are certain things that we agree to. When we come down, shall we say, I feel very strongly that, because that's kind of where you're here to learn. So great question, Millie B. What do you think, Mr. P? Mm. Some wouldn't go 10p, 10, £15 to see somebody. Okay, that's interesting. It doesn't matter who you are. Right, let's have some cards for lovely Millie B. Can we have some cards for Millie B, please? Okay. Okie dokie. Right, okay, Millie, as I'm connecting with yourself, my darling, I want to say, again, I've got a lot of changes around you, my sweetheart. I feel that lots of new beginnings and fresh starts, and you believe that too, my darling. Yes, yeah. It's very, it kind of proves itself as life goes on, I think, because there are things that will come back and you have to keep dealing with them. And if you don't deal with them properly, they'll come back and get you. And that to me says they are meant to be dealt with, if that makes any sense. Okay, so going back to your reading, Millie B, I've got new beginnings and fresh starts coming up for you, my darling. And this is about, I think, yourself. Getting to change who you are for the better. I feel that you've grown, you've developed. You are not the person that you were 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I feel that you've got. I feel like you've got you're rising above a lot of stuff now. I feel like you've got to remember not to look behind you, because there's nothing behind you anymore. It's always the way forward. Your eyes are at the front for a reason. I certainly know there's a little bit of anxiety around you at the minute, and I feel like I need to ground you, my darling. So I want to say, get outside more. If you can, whip your shoes off and put them onto the ground and let Mother Earth soak up that beautiful energy, whether it's fields or woods, although that might be a bit sore, or by the sea or rivers. Just ground yourself in Mother Earth a little bit. Just allow yourself to have some contemplation time, because I do feel like there's lots of changes around you, and I feel it's a little bit spinny. I feel you've kind of got too much going on in one way to kind of stabilize yourself. Does that make sense? I also want to say to you, darling, that there's something that you're not admitting to, all right? You've got to face your own feelings. Stop pushing your feelings aside for everybody else's. If that means that you disagree with somebody else, so be it. You have a right to your own voice, my darling, no matter what. But I also feel, look at this beautiful card. This beautiful card has come up. There's lots of healing for your family. Okay, just making sure I can see that. Yeah. There's lots of healing for you and your family around you right now. Yes, that is so true, Kirsty. I do reflect a lot on the past. The family is very important to you, my darling, and I do feel there are changes going on within your family, but these are good changes and these are meant to happen, and they will work out better. But you have got to just allow these changes to unfold. But please, please don't push your own feelings aside for anybody else, my darling. And I want to say, just I do feel overwhelmed a lot. It does make sense, like I don't know what direction I'm going in. I feel like I just need to say to you, just allow these changes to unfold, my sweetheart, and know that your family are going to support you through this and everything. There's a lot of healing going around in your family. It's all going to sort itself out. Prosperity is coming towards you, my sweetheart, and I just feel like open your arms and allow it to come, my darling. Allow it to come, because it's all going to be fine. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you. Family is forever. Absolutely, darling. You obviously got a beautiful family for you to say that. I hope that was all right for you, Millie B. Thank you so much for your question. Is anybody else out there that would like to ask a question, Mr. P? Okay, that's cool. We do comments too. Thank you. I also think we are a messenger for spirit, so asking for a donation is fair. This way, if the person is happy, they would donate fairly. Okay, so does that statement mean that you only would ask for donations, or would you not charge for that? Was there anything else around that question, that statement, Mr. P? Mhm. Mm. Ah, right. Okay. So yes, donations. Mr. P agrees with you with the donations, and he's saying basically that he doesn't agree with a lot of the manipulations of the rather larger, more well-known mediums that they can manipulate the yeses and nos, and I think that's not fair because it's got to be in truth and integrity. And yeah, donation's good if that's the way you want to work. That's good. That's good. Okay. Would you like me to put to Michaela? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's give Michaela a quick card, shall we? Let's have a card for Michaela, please. Yes, I know. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry about that. Yes. Okay. Right, Michaela, I need to say to you, stop worrying about money. All right. Stop worrying. It's come straight up right now. Just allow your arms to open wide and see what visualize what the good stuff can come to you instead of worrying about the stuff that's not coming to you. All right. Know that you're going to be looked after. Know that spirit will keep you safe. Just keep the faith. Stay positive, my darling. Stay positive. And things have got a bit heavy. Play, Michaela, play. Go have some fun, my darling. Go and have some fun. Thank you very much for that, my darling. Thank you. Okay, and that, guys, is how it's done. If you want to add a have a little comment like Michaela just did, and then we're able to give you a reading, or indeed if you would like to ask a question, that is how you also can get a reading today. So please, let's have your comments and hear what you've got to say, because you're really important. Do you think it's right for celebrity mediums to charge astronomical fees? Siobhan, are you asking me, darling? I think you are, aren't you? Yeah, okay, if you want to, Mr. P, yeah. Right, okay. So, Mr. Yeah, I probably won't remember all of it anyway, so I'm going to paraphrase it. So, Mr. P has just has given your answer for that, Siobhan, and he says it's absolutely disgraceful the way that some of these so-called celebrity mediums charge, I want to say disgusting fees as well, because at the end of the day, he's worked with a lot of people, a lot of these celebrity mediums, and to be fair, they don't do anything different to any others. And I agree with every single word that Mr. P just said. Completely. Oh my goodness, am I allowed to say that? Okay, so some of the celebrity mediums, Siobhan, have been made £20,000 a month. Can you believe that? £20,000 a month. I think that's shocking, absolutely shocking. Just because you are well known, it doesn't give you the right to rob people in a place where they are desperate. I know, even if I become so incredibly famous, which I'm not overly fussed if I do, to be fair, because it's kind of not me. But I knew if I was to become one of these so-called celebrities, there's no way I would charge that sort of money, because I feel it's wrong on so many levels. What do you guys think? At the end of the day, you're here to serve. That's my opinion. You're here to help. You help to make the connection between people and their loved ones. It's not about the money. It's you have to obviously pay for your time, and obviously you wouldn't ask a plumber to come round and do your pipes, would you? And charge you nothing. So obviously it's got to pay for your time and work a living. And very much like Polly's just saying there, you need to have a roof over your head and all the I believe you're saying Okay, you have to charge for your work, otherwise you couldn't provide from a family and keep a roof over our heads. Also training courses, yet further learning, insurances, equipment we need to pay for, often business premises, they all cost money. Absolutely, darling. The amount of energy preparation that goes into our work can be exhausting, and it takes so much time to take away from our families. So yes, definitely an energy exchange is needed. I absolutely agree with absolutely everything Polly has just said as well, totally. And I get a little bit ratty, if I'm really honest as well. I get ratty with the other side. Not only do I get ratty with the side where they say you've got all these celebrity mediums charging horrendous amounts of money, I get ratty with the side where someone say, well, it's a gift, you should do it for nothing. No, and big fat no again, because everything that Polly's just said, and I totally agree with. And like I said to you, you wouldn't just because a mechanic is your you wouldn't go into a garage and say, excuse me, mate, you've got a gift there, so mend me car for nothing. No, they'd tell you where to go, wouldn't they? So why would a medium be any different? We pay for our work that we've done, and building up the learning that we've had to do, because some of us have been doing this years, haven't we, Paul? So all those years add up, and they are a continuous development. All the other mediums out there that are listening to this would understand this. It's a never-ending, continuous journey, and there is obviously the tools and everything that goes with it, insurance, businesses, the whole lot. So yeah, completely agree. Can I give Polly a card? I'm going to give Polly a card, actually, Mr. P, if that's all right with you. Okay, so we've launched a directory on SPTV where public can rate, review, and book mediums. So how cool is that? So how can they do that, Mr. P? Okay, so Mr. P's put the post up. Mr. P's put the post up for the website, so just click on that and you can go and do that. That would be marvelous. It's a great help. And the mediums that he puts up, I believe, are they you? Is it linked with you, or is it other people? Is it your? Where do they come from, these mediums, Mr. P? They come from all over the place, and it's what? Right. So every time that any medium wants to join, they do get vetted, and so it's definitely worth a snoop if you would like to find a medium. Find me a medium. That would be great. So Polly, my gorgeous, gorgeous Polly, let's have a card for you, please. Please, Lizzie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay, right. Sorry, that was it. That was really wicked, wasn't it? I was sitting there going, as I was pulling all these cards out. It's rather like when a mechanic or a plumber goes, isn't it? So sorry, Polly. I was just, teasing you a little bit there. So, right. First of all, I want to say to you, my darling, you have got, as usual, no changes there. Too much going on around you, my sweet. You've got to I feel like you've got to start taking it a bit light-hearted, a bit of a playful approach. Balance your time better. You've always been incredibly busy ever since I've known you. Whether it's doing this, that, or the other, it makes no difference. You're just that kind of lady that thrives on busy. But there is a time when it's being too much for you. I need to say to you, stop worrying also about money. Again, another one. Good business decisions are around you at the moment. Trust your intuition. Trust spirit are going to look after you, sweetheart, because they have done already. Why would that change now? I feel like again, worry. I know with everything that goes on, it's very easy to worry, especially when we're tired. I feel like, and as I'm kind of sort of thinking about you, you. I feel like, you know, you're always so busy and you never stop, and that must be really exhausting. I want to say, when do you get the time to be you? You need to make more of that time. I know you are a really fun, loving lady and a little bit naughty because we share the same sense of humour, and I know that you've got to bring that out a little bit more at the minute because things have got a bit serious. And although you I nearly said I was going to have some fun with Richard and then got told off. This whole I keep saying this. Just spent some time together as a group and had some fun. Okay. Oh, that makes it sound even worse. I'm going to stop talking. So Mr. P, you're not helping. He's laughing in my ear. I just feel like I'm saying the wrong thing today. Okay, so I want to say to you, Polly, admit your own truth. There's something that you are ignoring here. I mean, look at this beautiful card. Just have a look at that. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But you need to understand, my darling, there's something there that you're not admitting. I feel like you're going with other people. I'm exhausted, but I've had a couple of days to chill, which was lovely. You need to do that more often, and you need to just allow yourself to have that time without worrying about anything else that's going on. Trust. Oh, look at that one. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Trust it's all going to work out for you. They've not let you down yet, so why would they let you down now? I feel like, you know, that your time is coming to, they show me a peacock here where you kind of sort of show the world how gorgeous you are. Your time is coming to do that, but at the moment you've got to kind of rest and allow that energy to just build. Balance it a little bit better, my sweetheart. And I also feel like you've got to stop worrying about others around you as well, because everything is fine with them. It's all good, my darling, all good. But I do know there is a situation around somebody around you that, you know, you kind of are worrying a bit about more than others. Ask for help. Ask Spirit for help with that one, and it will be okay. But just keep that faith, darling. Keep that faith, because it's all going to be absolutely fine. And just trust your own instinct and act accordingly. I hope that was all right for you, my sweetie pie. It's lovely to see you, my darling. Lovely to see you. Absolutely lovely. Right, Mr. P, how we doing? Hello, Lisa Paris. Nice to see you. New York City, lovely. Hello, Jamie Lee J. Jane. Nice to see you. To see you, nice. Yes, thank you, Mr. P. Josie Coco Madonna, who? I think that's right. Hi from Canada. How are you? I'm absolutely splendid, darling. I hope you are too. Catherine Sibley. All good tonight, my darling. I hope you are in that lovely rainbow above and around your head. Hi, Michelle Sheldon. Lovely to see you. Oh, hello, Georgie. I hear you've been getting yourself out and about a bit now. Good for you, my lovey. Good for you. I'm pleased for you. DCJ, hello to you too. And them 3 cheeky children sitting on there. Hello to Nicola Humphreys. And 2 more cheeky children. Jennifer Rogers, howdy y'all. I love that. Absolutely love that. I really do. That just makes me smile. Absolutely. So, Mr. P, got any more questions or any of that? Okay. Louise Wilkins. Now, that's a good one. If you have been hurt in this life by someone, multiple people, does this hurt continue in spirit? Right, now, obviously, I'm not in spirit. Obviously, this is just my opinion, okay? So you take take away from you whatever my opinion is, or throw away the rest, or indeed my opinion. If you don't believe me or trust your own, you've just got to do it. This is my opinion, okay? So I feel that whatever happens in this life, the only judge that is there is yourself, and you have a greater understanding of why things happen. So when that you go over to spirit, you kind of know why things happen. You can see, I believe spirits see things on a completely different level to what we do. They see the bigger picture, if you like. So in my opinion, although that hurt will come over, because in the sense that you will see how your life has evolved, and you will see, in my opinion, how others have how you've interacted with others and how they've hurt you and you've hurt them and all that kind of stuff. You kind of review your life yourself. I feel that you will understand there is a greater picture. Somebody gave me once a fantastic analogy about the spirit world and us. We're all traveling on the sea of life in a boat. Imagine this boat to be one of those old-fashioned like pirate ships, okay? And we're on the boat, and sometimes the sea's rough and sometimes the sea's smooth. Spirit are up in the crow's nest. They can see that actually there's calmer seas up ahead. They can see something coming towards you from a different side that you may not see. So they can kind of see the bigger picture, is what I'm trying to say. So I hope that answers your question, Louise. So let's have a card for lovely Louise, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Oh, that's really lovely. Okay. Okie dokie. Right, Louise, I feel like I'm quite overwhelmed with you at the moment, with a lot of emotions. I feel you have big emotions, very powerful, strong emotions. When you feel deeply. When you love with the whole of your heart. And you can be hurt by people's words, and you can be hurt by people's looks even, because you can kind of see the depth of their feelings that's coming from that. And with that, I want to say to you, you need to throw that love right back at yourself, my darling. This totally beautiful card has come up. Look at that. How gorgeous is that picture there? I don't know if you can see it. Oh, how beautiful is that? Now, this is your angel just holding you and cuddling you and reassuring you. I feel like, this is about allowing yourself to express that beautiful love that is inside you, allowing yourself to open your heart enough to know that you're not going to get hurt. If you do get hurt, it's okay, because the love that you feel will kind of, over, what's the word I'm looking for? To when you love so deeply, the benefits will outweigh the risks, put it that way, because you have opened your heart and you will feel so deeply that connection. So stop kind of shutting yourself down from people a little bit because you're frightened of getting hurt in whatever relationships that's around you. All right, I do know that your sensitivity has got bigger at the moment. I feel like you feel more. You struggle to watch things like the news or anything that's going to put you down, or anything kind of, not just you but the world. So things like, I don't know, horror films, or things like reading the newspapers, or negative gossip magazines, or things like that. Well, you'll take on that rubbish because you're feeling so sensitive. And I feel like I need to say to you, just step back from that. Allow yourself to feel vulnerable. Allow yourself to understand that vulnerability is a huge and powerful gift. A lot of people are frightened to being vulnerable, but actually it just shows how beautiful your heart is, and how it's okay to feel whatever it is. And there's a lot of courage within that, And I feel like I need to say to you, darling, things are changing for you, and you've got to understand that it's all transcending. Look at this. It means your life is changing. You are changing. You are there's a beauty about what is going on for you now, and I feel like I said, go with the flow, darling. Go with the flow with what your feelings are, but do link in on them, because things are going to get more powerful for you. You're going to start feeling deeper and acknowledging the gifts that you've got going on spirit wise. You know, you're a huge empath where you feel other people's feelings, but just remember to take that time out for you if you need that time out, and don't allow yourself to be continually squashed by your past. Know that you deserve to be happy in moving forward. All right, my darling. There's a lot of love that you've got to show. I do feel that my own and others' emotions on a great scale, I do love with all my heart, and I'm overwhelmed at times with the emotions I feel, especially in my job. I am nurse. Now, you were meant to say that, because look what card is just saying there. This is your life purpose. This is, you know, you're meant to feel this way. You are meant to have these beautiful emotions. This is part of the beautiful soul that you are. So, you know, just allow yourself to, you know, rejoice and embrace that, but also remember to protect it and take time out. And if you do find things difficult, don't feel guilty to step back. Don't feel guilty at all, because it's okay to protect yourself. In fact, I want to say it's essential. Okay, my darling. So I hope that's okay for you. I need to tell you guys, I've got this great big fly sitting on the top of my computer as I'm talking to you, and he keeps looking at me. He's eyeing me really suspiciously right now. So it's quite bizarre. He hasn't moved for ages. Oh, there he goes. He's flying off now. So it's funny old fly season, isn't it? So anyway, I hope that was all right for you, Louise. And there he is flying about. I hope you can't see him. Is there any more questions, Mr. P? Keep shining, Louise. That's what I've heard. I smashed that like button and I shared this out. Thank you, Melissa. You are an angel. Right, can I just say, if you would like a reading, how you have to do it is you have to answer our question, or you have to give a question to yourself and we have to choose your answer or your question, and that's how you get a reading. So hello, Susan Anderson from lovely Bonnie, Scotland, Ayrshire. Lovely, lovely. Hi, Monica M. Porter. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you all to you lovely newbies. Really appreciate it. Georgie Morris, I knew somebody's going to ask me that. Right, now, which are you on about? Okay, so first of all, I'm using these. Okay, which is lovely Radley Valentine, gorgeous man. Okay, and next I'm using these. Okay, and my favorite, I don't like to tell the other ones I have a favorite at the moment, which are these ones, which are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So Georgie, yep, that's the ones I'm using. Okay, right. Okay, Mr. B, how are we doing? Good evening, Diana Donlan. Sorry, please forgive me, my tongue's in a tangle. Reese Daniels, hello to you, my lovey. Nice to see you. Sheila Mason, just found us. Thank you so much for finding us. And hopefully you'll say, be aware we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So at the same time. So hello, Jennifer Clark. Nice to see you. Donna Sparkle Coombs, first time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Really, really appreciate it. Good evening to Amanda Bebbington. Hello to you. Hi, Anne Cunningham. Lots of lovely smiles and faces today. Bridget Johnson, hello to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate this. Okay, Sarah Meacham. Please forgive me if I said your name wrong. Okay, so do you believe in soulmates, and is there a connection to meet? Not sure if the right question to ask. Right, okay, Sarah, I want to say that is a fantastic question to ask. Please excuse me, I've got to have a quick drink. Yeah, anything spiritual at all, and that to me is spiritual. For me, I believe in soulmates and twin souls, twin flames. Yeah, I believe in all that. Um, for me, soulmates isn't what a lot of people consider soulmates to be. For me, soulmates is they are from your soul family, so they can actually they come into your life. Soulmates that you teach each other lessons. So you can have a really fiery relationships with somebody, and that's kind of, but you can't not be with them. That can be a soulmate relationship because it's about learning from each other. You can also have soulmates that are friendships. You can have soulmates that are family members, because they are here to teach you various different things. The soulmates, a lot of people think are it's about sort of lovers and things like that. Now, you can get soulmates, in my opinion, that do that and that are lovers, but you can also get twin flames, which are on a different scale altogether. They are what they say twin flames are is one join, they join together as one, and they kind of split up a long time ago. This is a very short version of it. A long time ago, and they've gone many different lives, and there's lots of twin flames coming back together now and living their lives together, because of the ascension going on, and how the world that we live in at the moment is changing. There's materialism is dissolving, and a lot of people are sort of waking up to more positive and beautiful ways to live. So Sarah, I do hope that was okay for you. If you've got any other opinions, any different ways of explaining that, I'd be very interested to hear. So Sarah, let's have a card for Sarah. Okay. Oh, right. Okie dokie. Sarah. Okay, Sarah, I need to say to you, my darling, Bespoke Beauty Training Academy. Now, I want to say to you, my darling, you need to see how beautiful you are. That is, without anything, without makeup, without your hair done, with anything. I need you to see you, as a beautiful, gorgeous, divine soul that you are, inside and out. Your lovely beauty training academy is fantastic, and you are in the beauty business, but sometimes beauty is more than skin deep, as you well know, and I feel I need to say to you, look into that and see how lovely you are, how you deserve to be the best, and to be treated the best. And that includes treating yourself the best. I want to say to you, stop looking in the mirror and picking holes in yourself. This eyebrow needs sorting, that hair needs, that's hair's out of place, or whatever it is that's going on. See that beauty in you. I know, Sarah, that your emotions are huge again, and they are very much linked with the moon. So whether the moon is waxing or waning, or it's a full moon or a new moon, your emotions will be greater or lesser, and you will feel differently on these. So if it's possible, I would recommend that you write down, depending on whether what the moon is doing, how you feel, so then you can anticipate how your mood is, because you will be sensitive at certain times, more sensitive at certain times, and it's a possibility that you could misunderstand people's intentions, and you won't be able to brush things off quite so easily. I do feel that you need to spend time by water as well, just to connect back in, and just to let go of all the stuff that people give you. I wanted to say, in your work, because I feel like in your life people will speak to you. You're also, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you're also a healer. I feel that you're a healer, and when often you get healers, people will tell you their life story, and they just come to meet you and they say, oh, hello, I've just met you, I'm going to get blah, 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 and they tell you all about their life, and they go away skipping along really happy, and you feel, really exhausted and tired, you know, and people will tell you things that perhaps sometimes you don't need to know. So I want to say, Sarah, this time don't forget to look after yourself, you know. Visualize yourself in a kind of a bubble of light, and you know, protect that energy that you have that around you, that beautiful energy that you help people with. Please also understand that the knowledge that you have is also huge. I'm very aware that in the past people may have not treated that knowledge that you have with as much respect as perhaps you should deserve. But I want to say to you, you've got to rise above them. You've got to rise above all the people that are putting you down in your past. Know yourself, and that includes yourself. If you're putting yourself down, it's time to just tell that little voice on your shoulder to go away. I've got to give you, there's a number 3 here somewhere. This I don't know how relevant that is in your life there somewhere. I do know, I'm not in the beauty business, my friend is, but I do use it and I do have issues there. Okay, very sensitive, going through a lot at the moment, and empathetic, I've been told. I feel it's everyone's emotions. Well, I don't think you need to be told, darling. I think you need to realize yourself and feel that yourself, my darling, all right? But be aware that, again, you need to protect that. You are beautiful as you are yourself. You know, you don't need anything. You just need that love inside you to you know. I feel like there's a thing that once you accept that, you're going to help an awful lot of people move forward with that, because the leadership card has come up for you, and that to me talks about when you change yourself, others will follow by your example. And I know that, you know, we all have histories one way or another with people that have put us down, but I feel that once you find a way to overcome that and see the beauty within you, Sarah, I feel that you are going to show others the way. So keep working on it, keep listening into yourself, keep listening to the intuition, and protect it. All right, my darling. Okay, I hope that was okay for you. Okay, Mr. P, I can hear you tapping away ferociously in my ear. Is everything okay with you? Okay, thank you very much. Ah, okay. Oh, Siobhan, I understand. Don't worry, darling. I didn't even take it that way. It's all good. All good, my darling. All good. Okay. Okay, Krish Pillay, how do we connect with our loved ones who have crossed over, dear Kirsty? Oh, Krish, right, my lovey. Basically, there's lots of ways to do this. I would recommend completely to find a circle. And what I mean by a circle is a group of like-minded people that come together to learn with a medium that is a teacher, usually via a church or a centre would be a good way to find one of these development groups, or by word of mouth. In other words, others that have had are sitting on the same sort of circles and things, development groups. And it's about taking it slowly, developing slowly. And the other one is sitting in meditation, but always remember that you need to protect yourself. And I think if you go to a circle and learn from a teacher first how to sort of protect yourself, ground yourself, and then you know, you can kind of practice that from that point onwards. Krish, I think you deserve a card for that, my darling. Okay, please get me out the cards. Krish, to help Krish, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, right. Right, Krish, I need you to understand. First of all, there's Okay, let's have a think. Let's have a think. How are we going to say? What am I doing? Okay, so I want to talk to you about prosperity. Okay, there needs to be a better balance there for yourself. You know, sometimes we go mad, and sometimes with various different things, and sometimes we are too sometimes we're too frivolous, and sometimes we are too cautious. It's finding that balance for yourself, my darling. I also know that sometimes we make difficult decisions and they don't always work out for us. But I want you to use your intuition with whatever decisions that you've got around you right now. I want you to manifest. I'm asking to, I mean, look at this beautiful, beautiful card. Here we go. Look at that one. Absolutely adorable little otter on it. I feel like I need to say to you, manifest your dreams, because this is about projecting what you want. This is about thinking about what it is you need, what it is you want. You visualize it, imagine it have come to you. You know, send up prayers, send up, meditate on what you feel is right for you, how you would like your life to be. You know, visualize it, close your eyes and imagine that you're already living this, you know, because this stops us worrying about things that are happening around us, and it stops us encouraging more rubbish to come to our door, if that makes sense to you, my darling. Again, you are very, very intuitive, and okay, that's interesting. Krish, do you see faces inside things? And I want to say, you know, like sometimes faces that you would see faces within like walls or tiles or various different things. I want to say it's almost like spirit are showing you the different, you know, your spiritual development is coming on here a little bit. I feel that you see spirit, and you're going to start to see spirit in a good way, not in a scary way, because I feel very, very aware that you are a very spiritual lady already. I feel like you see spirit in your dreams, and you talk to spirit in your dreams, and I feel like you have these beautiful, amazing dreams, whether you remember them or not. I just feel like there's this magic about you that, you know, you've got to start sharing that gift. Yes, I do see faces in walls. Yeah, I feel like this is spirit kind of opening up your third eye more and more. And I want to say to you, my darling, this is about trusting your instinct, getting that balance right for you. You know, again, seeing the love that is you. Again, I've had this a lot tonight, so you guys got to start loving yourself a little bit more, all right? You know, feel safe giving and receiving this love, because you are a beautiful divine being, and spirit are love. That's all they are. They are an energy that is love, and you are, I want to say, you have the abilities, if you don't already work as a medium, you have the abilities to be a fantastic medium, but you've got to start throwing some of that little bit of love your way and visualize the life that you want. Okay, Krish, I hope that was all right for you, my darling. Thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful question. Okay, Mr. P, how's it going? It's going splendid. Thank you, my lovey. Splendid. Thank you all so much for joining me so far. Really, really appreciate it. Just to let you know, in case you're wondering, Matt's gallivanting tonight, the little tinker. That's why it's little old me on my own. So thank you so much for joining me and joining in. So have we got any more questions? Oh, good evening to you, Francis Ward, and a very cute little doggy. Katie Nicole Ermy, thank you so much for joining. We really, really appreciate this. Lucy Kerr, thank you very much for joining. Lots of love. Alison Lett, oh, thank you again. So that is a fantastic picture, is it? It's a leopard, is it? Beautiful. Grace Pauline Briggs Morris, good evening to you. Paul C. Howard, now hello, nice to see you. I'm so pleased that you've all managed to just jump on and join me. Guys, I can't tell you how pleased I am. Okay, LJ Blue Eyes, a question I'd love to have answered is, if you keep dreaming, things are going to happen, and months, weeks down the line, that particular thing has happened. Is that spirit? Well, it's actually a psychic gift. That is a premonition. Okay. Spirit can put those premonitions into your mind, but it's a gift. It's one of your spiritual gifts. My daughter can often has had predicted dreams where things have happened. LG Blue, as if you are not developing, you need to be developing, my darling. Again, pretty much as what I've just said to our lovely Krish earlier. If you're not sitting on a development circle, I feel like if this is happening to you, my darling, then you need to, it's like Spirit is saying to you, hey, come on, we're here. It's time you started working with us. And you have, I want to say you have lots to offer. There is people that you will be able to connect with that others won't be able to connect with, so you need to be working with them. It's nothing to be worried or frightened about. It's a beautiful thing to do. So I need to say that, LJ Blue Eyes, before I continue to give you a card. Okay. Okay, first of all, I want to say there's some healing that needs to be done around you, my darling. I feel like, yeah, it's happening to you. Excellent. I feel like, again, I feel a little bit overwhelmed with you. There's a funny old energy at the minute. I do believe a lot of people are getting that sort of heavy emotion and overwhelming and healing and mending and kind of transforming around them. And you, as your blue eyes, are not you're not any different from that. It's exactly the same thing is happening to you. There's I feel like there's all sorts of stuff that's going on. I feel a little bit unsettled. I kind of don't know where I am or what I am with you. I feel like that I've got to say to you, find your sanctuary. All right, whether that's your home or whether you've got to get yourself outside and into nature. Find your sanctuary and just allow yourself to just have that moment of calm to regain your thoughts, because I do feel for you sometimes life's a little bit too busy and you don't get that time to do that. You've got and when I say healing, this doesn't necessarily mean physical. This could be stuff that have gone on in your past that needs to be mended in order for you to move forward. Healing is a huge term, and I'm not going to go into it because it's nobody else's, my darling, business, darling, except yours. And but I do want to say that things are going to get better. The sun is coming out for you once again. Your time of being in the winter, so to speak, is coming out now. I feel that you've just got to give yourself that time to mend, to heal, to move forward. But you've also got to just take time out for you. But I want to say also, there's something around you need to make a commitment with. Stop dancing around the issue. I don't know where it is or what it is. Again, not my business, but you've got to commit to it. I feel like there's a little bit of shall I, shan't I, or perhaps a bit of procrastination. Stop doing it. Just make that decision and just go for it in that respect. But please be aware that also you do need to take that healing and that time out, because I do feel that your energy levels are quite low sometimes, my darling. So take care of you and make that decision. And you've got this. You've absolutely got this, darling. Okay, I hope that was okay for you, my lovely. Thank you so much. I appreciate your lovely questions, guys. Really appreciate all the questions and you guys popping on and saying hi. I can hear Mr. P typing away in my ear again. Is everything okay there, Mr. P? Okay. Okay, so can I just kind of throw it out there once again, guys? We would love. Okay, please be aware, guys, that you have to ask a question. There is, if you don't ask a question, thank you, LJ Blue Eyes, my darling. If you don't ask a question, you're not going to get a reading. Or if you don't answer our question, you're not going to get a reading. So I really, really appreciate you coming on and joining us. But there are ways to do it on this show, I'm afraid. If you don't follow the rules, then you're not going to get through to have a reading. It's as simple as that, guys. So please listen. Sorry? Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, thank you, Mr. P. Please sort of, just for this program, please sort of listen. You're not going to get a reading if you just keep asking for one. But on the positive side, there are other shows on SPTV that you can do that. And you can say, can I have a reading? And they will give you a reading. Not me, because I'm wicked and cruel and I'm mean. And that's not the name of this show. Okay, so how are we doing now, Mr. P? We got any more? Hi to you, Laura H. Hi to you, Richard Taylor. Ah, hello to you, Charlotte Boosted. Oh, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining, Mana Nursesian. Please forgive me if I said that wrong. Wendy Watson, hello to you. Bobby Tobin, thank you so much again for joining us, first timers. Thank you to all you lovely first timers for coming on. Really appreciate you jumping on. SPTV are we've got loads and loads of goodies on SPTV, so please feel free to jump on any of the shows as well. It's definitely worth jumping in. Pardon? Okie dokie. Okay. Nope. Okay, Rebecca Jane. Hello to you. I've always wondered if we reincarnate back on Earth, can we still give and receive messages from who we were previously? Whoa, I hope this makes sense. Okay, Rebecca, please forgive me. I'm going to have to read that one again because my head's not working properly today. Okay, so I've wondered if we can reincarnate back on Earth. Can we still give and receive messages from who we were previously? Right, okay, so if we reincarnate back on Earth, can we give messages from who we were? Right, okay, so I'm not kind of sure what that means. No, I don't understand. Mr. P, can you explain that one to me, please? Mm. Oh, right, okay, so, okay, Rebecca, please forgive me if I've misinterpreted this. So as to, from what I can understand, and Mr. P is just kind of trying to help me out a little bit, what you're saying is if we've reincarnated and then, no, I've lost it again. Say that again. Yes. Right. Okay. So are you asking if your loved one's reincarnated, can we still give, can they still give messages? Now, I'm going to explain to you my understanding of what reincarnation is. Obviously, you know that we live many lives and all that. But to me, a soul is made up of many parts. Because we all have different bits of life, there will always be a part of the soul that stays in the spirit world. That, to me, is what the higher self is. That is what, your soul is. If does that make any sense? Is that okay? This has really thrown me. That I was really struggling with answering that question because I don't really understand what you're trying to say. And even Mr. P's tried to explain it to me. It's not working. Yeah, it's I'm not able to. I'm all I know. I'm going to give you a card anyway, Rebecca, because I'm going to explain to you what I know and what I understand. I can't understand. I can't kind of work out, get my head around what it is you're trying to say. So, if your loved one, okay, so bear in mind what I've just said. So we're made up of lots of parts of souls, lots of parts. It's rather like how can I explain it? Well, it's just lots and lots of bits to one part of us. We're made up of lots of bits. One bit of us will stay in spirit world. So when we die, all the other bits kind of meet up with each other again, and then they come back down again. But there will always be one bit in the spirit world. The same goes for our loved ones. So when they've reincarnated, quite often what will happen is that bit will still be in spirit world. So we will always be able to talk to whoever it was, because that bit will still be in spirit world as well as being here, if that makes sense, in a new body. Is that it? Right. Okay. So sorry, Rebecca. That was, you know, when you just get a mental block. So I hope you kind of understood that, Rebecca. Okay. Right. Let's have a card for Rebecca. I think it's the least we could do. I need a drink. Okie dokie. Okay, Rebecca, I'm just going to give you a card anyway. I'm not sure. Can you just let me know if you're still here, Rebecca, please? Please let me give you a card. Rebecca, please. Rebecca, I want to say to you, you've got to believe and trust. Believe and trust. There's a situation around you at the moment that you feel like you've got to put your sword up and protect yourself, and it's a bit of a kind of a difficult situation where you feel you've got to. I have answered it for you. Oh, good. I'm so glad I've answered it for you. That hurt my head way more than it should have done. I'm so sorry, Rebecca. You wouldn't believe I'm a past life regression therapist either, would you? A little bit scary, isn't it? I am trained, I promise. It's just a little bit late for my head today. So anyway, darling, I want to say there's a situation around you that I feel that I've got to kind of put my armor on and my sword, and I feel like I've got to kind of fight my way through something at the moment, and I feel like I've kind of, I don't know if there's a little bit of fear coming on there, or I feel like I need to protect myself. You know, I feel like I need to just say to you, please have a bit of faith and trust, and ask for help. Ask for them to fill you with confidence and courage and strength, to let them, you know, let yourself know that things are going to work out for you. I do want to say you've had a bit of a bumpy ride, and I want to say quite, maybe the last sort of year or so, and I feel like you're still in the kind of prickly bits of it, if you see what I mean. But I do feel like you've got to kind of trust that the end is nigh to this rubbish. I feel like just stop still and breathe and allow yourself to enjoy moments. You know, when we talk about mindfulness, well, that's a really valuable lesson for you at the minute, because sometimes when we get that's okay, sometimes when we get our stuff going on around us at the moment, it's difficult for us to see further than anything that's going on. So with that, I want you to take a moment and just look at the stuff that you are grateful for, you do appreciate, and you do the fact that you're still here, the fact, little things, you know, for your lovely bed at night, and, you know, all this kind of just really simple things that will help you get through for the moment, and that will help you get through and see how far you've come, and know that you will continue to just get continue more and more and go forward more. This card is such a beautiful card. It's almost like you've lost your way and you lost a bit of faith in life and people. I want to say somebody's going to renew that faith in you. I would like to ask you to try and think about renewing that faith in yourself. When you look back at what you've overcome, and be aware of how brave and strong you already are, because, you know, you've got to where you are. I don't know what it is that you've done because I'm not being told, but I certainly know that you're pretty amazing. Again, transmutation, there's so much around. Any of you lot out there that know anything about energies changing and anything like that, it would be really fantastic to hear from you right now, because I think there's something in the air, definitely, because I want to say, Rebecca, all your old beliefs are crumbling away, and you know this is time for you now to rise from the ashes. Is you look at it, you're already left the fire, you're out, and you're soaring. So just get used to your wings, if you like, and just know that everything is going to be, it's different but better. All right, my darling. And again, you are going to show others how it's done. So just take a deep breath and know that it's, you know, you've got this. You've got this, my darling. And Rebecca, can I just say, for tonight ever, because my head was flummoxed by the way you worded that. and I really, really appreciate you asking that question. Thank you so much, my darling. Thank you so much. Okay, Mr. P. Okay. Okay. Oh, bless you. Helen Louise Cole. How long does the deep pain of grief last? Right, well, I'm going to be honest with you, darling. How long is a piece of string? It depends, Mr. P. It might be that big. It might be that big. You're big. He's big. Grief, it's an awful thing, but it's also a beautiful thing in a way, because it shows how much we have loved. It shows how much we have cared for that person, and that person has cared for us. So, you know, love is eternal. Depending on who the grief is for, I feel myself, it's pretty constant. It just gets a little bit less. The pain of losing a loved one does get a little better, but the love will always stay. And it takes as long as you need it to take. You know, some people, it can take years and years and it still feel the same, and that's okay. You know, if, you know, some people are that important in your life that, you know, your life will never be the same without them. So how can you possibly get over that? Yet others, it can subside, and it can make, you know, it will get a little better. It's a beautiful question. But if you are in the process of grief, whoever you are, any of you out there, please, can you just be kind to yourself? Because, you know, grief is a process. And I know that sounds really corny, but it's you've got to go through it to come out the other side eventually. The love will always be there. The memories will always be there. The pain in part will subside. So again, just whichever way you are, just be gentle with yourself and allow yourself to have that time to do it. Okay, right, Helen, thank you for that, my darling. Let's have a card for Helen, please. Okay, I'll be quick then. Okay. Right, okay. Helen, I know that they're giving, I know that I'm feeling that a lot of strength around you at the minute. Spirit are bringing in a lot of strength in for you just to kind of get through whatever it is that you're getting through. I mean, look at this. They've brought through this beautiful oak tree, Spirit. This is about just standing in who you are, owning what you are, owning your feelings, owning, you know, whatever it is you feel, and knowing there's a strength in vulnerability, there's a strength in love, there's a strength in feeling, you know, there's knowledge here that you are building and gathering that you will indeed share with others in the end. And again, because I've got this beautiful card, know that you are protected, and I feel there's anxiety around you. It's okay to feel anxious, but know that almost there's an element of unnecessary there. You don't need to feel that anxiety because you are looked after, you are protected. I feel, again, go and ground yourself with that, you know, go out in Mother Nature, go out and allow you know, your feet to touch the ground, and just hold you back down so emotions don't get too powerful for you. Know that there is a huge wisdom that's coming around you right now. Trust the truth that you're getting, my darling. Constantly anxious. I understand that, my sweet. I feel like, you know, grounding exercises, breathing exercises, just being in the moment with mindfulness, all these wonderful ways of, you know, I think, what do they say? I can't remember. There's something, 5 things I see, 4 things I hear, 3 things that I feel, 2 things that I smell, and 1 thing that I touch. Those are kind of tools that bring you back into the now to help that anxiety go. And just allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. This is where the anxiety is coming from, and just be gentle with yourself. You know, the courage that you have. This anxiety is almost like it's coming from a place of your past. Look back at what it is that's triggering that anxiety. You know, look back at that fear. Know that you are a different person now. Know that you have the courage to be where you stand now. Know that you are safe, and all your loved ones that are around you now are safe, my darling. And I just feel like, you know, enjoy the simple moments like the moon. And I feel you get a good, you know, just stand outside and look at the moon and take a few deep breaths and look at the stars and enjoy just the beauty that is around you, Helen. Grab those moments and know that every moment is just a moment, and it too will pass, and you are a lot stronger than you think, my darling. Okay, I hope that was all right for you, Helen. Okay, everybody, how's it? I believe we've come to the end of this. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate you coming on and having a little chat. Next week is Nibs will be back from his gallivanting and his travels, and it's been my absolute pleasure to talk to you guys, and you stay safe. You all look after yourselves, please, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, oh, before we go, got to let you know what's on tomorrow. Okay, we have got the Spiritual Touch with lovely Wendy Lindsay, and that's on Zoom. Zoom. Oh, you're breaking up, Mr. D. Okay. Okay, lovely Rachel Tarot readings from 8 o'clock or not 10 o'clock. So that's 8 o'clock, not 10 o'clock. Guys, I cannot thank you enough for joining me. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful whatever it is you're doing. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.